Welcome back to Top Stocks. In this video I am going to talk about Pinterest. I upload new content weekly, and if you don't want to miss my new videos, please subscribe to my channel. This would help me a lot and would be appreciated very much. Before I start with my analysis, I just want you to know that I am not a financial advisor. I am just offering my opinion on this stock. Please do not sell or buy any stocks just based on my video, and always do your own research before investing. But now let's start with the Pinterest analysis. As always, I am going to start with the history of the company. Pinterest was founded by Ben Silbermann in 2010, who still is CEO today. Just 9 months after the company was founded, Pinterest already had 10,000 users. What's interesting about these early users is that half of them were convinced by Silbermann himself to make a profile on the website. For those of you that never have heard or used Pinterest, let me explain the business model real quick. Pinterest is the combination of the words pin and interest. The website allows its user to create their own pin boards. So the users can collect images and other digital media online. In 2011, the Pinterest app was launched and the numbers of users skyrocketed to 11 million in just a few months. In 2012, Pinterest opened their platform to companies and allowed business accounts. In 2019, Pinterest went public. Now, a little bit more than a year after the IPO, Pinterest has a market capitalization of $42 billion. In 2020, Pinterest earned revenues of $1.6 billion, but is not profitable yet since a lot of the revenue is reinvested into the future growth of the company. But now let's go back to the business model. As I said, users can create their own digital pinboards using various digital media. Pinterest basically combines three things. Firstly, it is a search engine. Secondly, it is a social network. And thirdly, it allows the users to collect digital media by creating own pin boards. Compared to other social networks, Pinterest has a high percentage of female users. Let me illustrate how Pinterest works with an example. For example, a couple plans a wedding. The bride-to-be can create a profile on Pinterest and start to plan their wedding. The bride-to-be can add possible wedding dress, possible locations for the wedding, and possible menus for the big day to the digital pin board on Pinterest. This is of course a goldmine for advertisers, since they can target potential customers who are specifically searching for the products. Due to the possibility to target a very specific customer, ads on Pinterest are more expensive than ads on Facebook, for example. Now let us take a look at the valuation of the company. Pinterest was able to increase the revenue by more than 51% in the last 3 years, which is a good sign for a growth company like Pinterest is. The company was also able to increase the EBITDA margin, which is also a good sign, and if the company is able to increase both, the EBITDA margin and the revenue, Pinterest will earn profits in no time. Pinterest is almost debt-free with an equity ratio of 85%. The company has debt of $370 million and cash of $320 million. This means that the company would be able to pay off the debt almost entirely with cash and cash equivalents. Now I want to compare Pinterest to Facebook before I am going to tell you whether or not I consider Pinterest to be a good investment. Facebook now almost has 3 billion users, while Pinterest now has around 440 million users. But Pinterest is still growing very fast while Facebook still grows, but at a slower rate. While Facebook has 6 times as many users as Pinterest, the company is valued 17 times more than Pinterest if we take a look at the market capitalization of both companies. But now let's take a look at the most important metric. Facebook is able to earn around $8 per user, while Pinterest so far only earns around $1 per user. Furthermore, Facebook has diversified the revenue streams and earns money in different areas, while Pinterest is based on the model I explained earlier. So here is my opinion about Pinterest. I do believe that Pinterest will be around for a long time, and I do believe that the company will be able to earn a lot more than $1 per customer in the future, and the company will surely see some further growth in number of users. However, I think Pinterest is not a social network that everybody will use. I personally do not use Pinterest and only know a couple of persons that use this application. However, I think that Pinterest is valued a bit high at the moment, and so I am going to add this stock to my watch list, and if the stock drops, I may be considered to add some shares to my portfolio. So now I want to know what your opinion is about Pinterest. Let me know in the comments down below, if you would buy this stock or not. Also let me know what analysis I should do next. Until next time on Top Stocks.